Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another news video for Final Fantasy XIV. Today we're on a brand new Lodestone special site page for patch 7.1 titled Crossroads, releasing in mid-November 2024. We have ourselves this beautiful artwork that you might be familiar with from the live letter. It's a really nice image. You can download this on the media section, as you can see here. This went live today, the 24th of October 2024, and is sure to have some updates as we lead up towards the release of patch 7.1, which is looking closer to the 12th of November as a rough guess. We don't have an announced release date yet. So what's on here then? So first of all, we've got new storyline. It says where paths converge, fate abides, and we've got some interesting pictures in the background. So first of all, let's zoom in a little bit. It says, though the spectacle of living memory and its threat to the star have been laid to rest, the shade of remembrance lingers both within and without the dome. As the Warrior of Light and their companions seek to help the people of two worlds move forward, they find that some secrets of the past must be unearthed. So we've got a first picture of the Warrior of Light chilling out, looking pretty cool as a viper. This appears to be the throne room of Tulialal. We then have Sphene in the background on a projected monitor, which is interesting, almost like a holographic form. I don't know. It's like a shrine as well, actually. There's like lilies around here, as you can see. I think they're lilies, and lilies usually signify death, don't they? In memorials, things like that. We've got Wook Lamart sort of bending down. Maybe there's some civil unrest, like people are not happy that Sphene is dead, and they've got to deal with Wook Lamart. I have no idea. We also have this character, not seen them before, obviously in Solution 9. This appears to be in one of the rooms, a shrine or something to Sphene. Yeah, that's interesting. Then we've got this picture here, which definitely looks like with the sepia tone is a flashback, so probably there'll be flashback sequences of what happened during, the whole thing that turned Sphene into what she did with living memory. So maybe we're looking back on some of the decisions. And then we've also got the cracked spectacles, which is very interesting, of our boy Kona. Obviously in Shaloni, by the looks of it, in the background there where the cactus is and the bush. So I still think that Kona should have been the solo king of Tulialal, but there we go. Then we've got the little kid, which obviously is going to be very heavy in the storyline. We've got Wook Lamart, and of course our main character there, our Warrior of Light. I say main character, but not really. And then if we scroll down, we've got the new challenges section. This is the thing that's more interesting. So this is for the new Final Fantasy XI Alliance Raid crossover, Echoes of Vanadil, Juno, The First Walk. This is our first picture of Prish then. Prish is obviously a character from Final Fantasy XI. This appears to be like a boss form of Prish. I don't really know what's going on here. I don't remember these massive spiked gloves. So that's a thing. She looks a little bit different than I remember seeing her. I mean, we'll put on screen here a picture of Final Fantasy XI Prish. Definitely recognizable, but I don't know what these gloves are. Maybe like some kind of boss form. Maybe acts as one of the bosses within the actual Final Fantasy XI raid, but more likely to do with the backstory of it. We appear to be in a jungle, and it says, in fact, that we're in Yaktel. A pall of unease has settled over Yaktel, and memories of a world not our own now find themselves buried in the woods. The Warrior of Light has set off to investigate, but what secrets they will unearth beneath those shaded boughs. So is the Final Fantasy XI raid underneath the forest? I don't know. That's going to be interesting. Maybe there's like a portal or something. I don't know what this, maybe the sacrifice of children has created a way. I don't know what's going on here. I'm sure there'll be a Final Fantasy XIV reason for this. But yeah, our first look at Prish. It's close, but it's not what I would have expected. I don't know what these spiked gloves are all about. Then we've got the brand new dungeon, which is, oh my goodness, how do I pronounce this? Ueawata. Ueawata. Is that right? Ueawata. I weigh water. Ueawata field station. Maybe that's what it actually says. It says, some time passed. In the northern region of what is now Heritage Found, a peaceful Tonawaltan village was beset by a Tural Vidral. Zaraljaf himself led the Landsguard against the beast's boundless fury, yet although the first promise returned from the mission, few know the fate of the village and its people. We've got some images here. The first then is of this outside shot. This is obviously in Heritage Found, one of the lightning conductors, the lightning spikes, how they power the whole thing. Maybe it goes a little bit on the fritz and you investigate. I don't know. Looking really cool. I love the trees here. And then we've got this kind of almost Silent Hill laboratory kind of haphazard sealed test chamber experimentation area with hospital beds, which is a thing. And I'm guessing this is blood on the floor. I doubt they could actually make it look like blood, but what other kind of fluid would that be? Big questions. Then we've got one of the bosses. So we're seeing the gear as well on the characters. I don't know what's going on here. This guy looks like a crazy chef, a cyborg chef. He's got like the mittens and the chef hat, jumping around on a ball with some kind of backpack with AoEs. It looks like 2 donut AoEs. Yeah, interesting. We're going to call him the crazy chef, the cyber chef. And then we've got a picture showing us the gear. This is the most important part. So this will be the dungeon gear. So it's very similar to gear we've had in before. It's a redesign, recolors, a lot of things like that. You may remember a lot of the stylings here from sets we've seen before, especially on this character. I'm guessing that's healer. I'm guessing that's caster. Striking, perhaps? And then... or maybe that's healer? I don't know. It's hard to guess. That clearly looks like aiming, maybe. I don't know. It's cool. It's actually quite cool. It's a reappearance of gear that we've got similarly, but there's more intricate details, I suppose, on this because of the graphics update. I can't wait to see what this one looks like because of the velvet. I'm sure that's the same as the red mage outfit. It looks very similar in terms of that kind of felt texture. I don't know. What do you think about these? You'll notice that the Vieira that they have here is wearing a sort of like circlet rather than an actual hat. It'll be interesting to see if they can wear this one with the ears poking out or not. Honestly, not too bad. It's not the most groundbreaking gear in the world, but it is just dungeon gear. I kind of wish they'd gone for something a little bit more true to the dungeon, maybe. Do something a little bit spooky, something to match the aesthetics. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but it's nice. It's just, I'm not sure what to think, really. I suppose seeing it in the game and seeing which parts are separate would be nice. I really dislike these hats. I think that's what it comes down to. These hats suck to me. Like these weird visor cap hats. I don't like those. The rest, not so bad. And then that's that for the storyline and a brand new dungeon. Then we have a new trial, which is the extreme version of Sveen. So it's the minstrel's ballad, Sveen's Burden. And it says, with harp cradled in his arms, the wandering minstrel sings a sorrowful song of a recreated queen. Helpless to defy the purpose she was given, this simulacrum sought to preserve the memories of her subjects by taking the lives of innocents in other reflections. Though she met her end by your hands, had she been further along her ill-fated path by the time of your confrontation, might she have proven unstoppable and gone on to wreak untold death and devastation? Such questions play on your mind as the minstrel's verse bears you away to a world of the imagination, where you once again come face to face with the dread entity known as Queen Eternal. I'm looking forward to this personally. Hopefully there's less Wooklamart exposition.
Sting, listen to me.
In this one, and it just gets to the point. It was an interesting fight. I actually quite liked the fight on normal mode. It'll be interesting to see what we get from this. Hopefully there's some like cyberkinetic wings. I see they're doing wings as a trial theme for mounts. I still don't have any of the others, no matter how much I try to get them to drop. But maybe cyber wings with like a white and green neon theme. That would be amazing as a mount. Let me know what you want. And that's pretty much it. Additionally to 7.1, we have the main scenario quest for Crossroads, the new Alliance raid, new dungeon, new trial, which is the Minstrel's Ballad's Fiend's Burden. There's also the new Ultimate raid, Futures Rewritten, which should be 2 weeks or so after the launch of 7.1. And we also have the Chaotic Alliance raid, which doesn't have its own section yet, which is Cloud of Darkness Chaotic, which we still don't know the rewards of yet. We also have the new Unreal trial for the Jade Stoa. And there's also the Allied Society quests, formerly known as Beast Tribes back in the day, as the Pelu Pelu, so they're traders and merchants, but it's confirmed to be a combat-related tribe. We have the Inconceivably Further Hildebrand Adventures, which likely won't be in 7.1, but will be in like 7.1.5 or something. We got custom deliveries for Nito Wike. Role quests. If you've caught up with your previous role quests, you'll be able to pick up a new set of role quests, presumably a combined one. And then we got Wakumekumeki quests for the crafting hub. The Hall of the Novice is getting its update, as we said, with the better visualization of stack markers and AoEs and things like that, and tank busters. Housing update, so I think that's just housing stuff. Oh yeah, the pillarless house designs, the ability to reform your house. I remember that. And then we've got the Doman Mahjong update, where you can buy from the Gold Saucer voice packs, so you can hear the scions of a Seventh Dawn react to your plays, and they like narrate the plays in Mahjong, which I don't play the Mahjong personally. I think it's a very strange version of Mahjong, and I still haven't learnt it fully, but it's cool to have like narrated voiceover stuff for that. It's very, very strange, but cool. I just wish I played it more. New PvP gear, obviously, new mounts, minions, emotes, and much more. So, of course, there's also going to be the next season and series of PvP. So it means that if you haven't got your series stuff from a previous one, you haven't got your oppressor mount yet, you have a few weeks until you won't be able to get that anymore, and there'll be a new set of rewards, as well as a ranked season as well, where you'll be able to work towards rankings and titles and portrait frames and stuff. But yeah, lots to come in 7.1. This is the first step towards new bits and pieces. Thoughts? The gear is not necessarily my cup of tea from a dungeon. I quite like some of the bits, but I've seen a lot of this gear sort of before. It looks like it's a redesign of a lot of things we've seen before. Very similar. And I don't know what's going on with Prish, but we have to talk. We have to sit down and know exactly what's going on with these gloves, because they look deadly. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. A link in the description will take you to the special site. Make sure you bookmark this, because I'm sure it will be updated over the next few weeks. Much love, and I'll see you all next time. And just as a further, if you want to get some of the amazing artwork, go to the media section, click on 7.1, and you can get the patch artwork, which you could probably use as a phone background. You can just download it from there, as well as any of the other pictures if you're interested. All right, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.